offense like they say he does? Is he going to have this chemistry and be on the same page with his receivers? So that's what I'll be watching for. I think that's what everyone else will be watching for, and then give a lot more feedback as where they think, this team might be going. Again, it's going to be the first game, so it's a lot to go on before the regular season. But game number 2, which is going to be on Sunday, is the Chargers versus the Seahawks. The real thing on here is that Chargers is they're in LA now. So Suggo said he doubt Cutler suits up. He needs to suit up. He needs to at least throw the ball one series or something. But Chargers is in the new stadium, which only holds about 30,000. And we were talking about how, where they're going to get these fans from, because of course San Diego fans are a little bit upset, as they should, because they left town. So you may not get that type of support, on it, from them on it. The Seahawks, it's more of the running back situation, because you got Eddie Lacy, you got Thomas Rawls, you got CJ Prosise, and you got Alex Collins. It's just like, are we going to get any, more definitive, or this is really going to be a running back by, committee type of team? Their offensive line has been, a struggle. Russell Wilson, I'm pretty sure, is probably not going to play, on it. But running back situation, what's going on with the running back? And will anybody show up to a LA Chargers game? Last game. And Big L, this is a reference to you. On Thursday, which is tomorrow as well, the Denver Broncos are playing the Chicago Bears. And we're going to find out. We're going to find out, get our first look at all these QBs. We've been talking about, is it Trevor Siemian? Is it Paxton Lynch? Is it Trevor Siemian? Is it Paxton Lynch? We were talking about this a little bit last year. So you got another QB battle, that's going on. I don't think Chad Kelly is going to get to play. I don't know if he's healed yet, but even if he does play, that's another guy. He was Mr. Irrelevant. He was taken with the very last pick, but obviously he's not a last pick talent. And on the other side with Big L's team, the Chicago Bears, is that Trubisky and Matt Glennon. Is Matt Glennon going to play, or are they just going to let Trubisky play? Now, and if Trubisky starts off like Deshaun Watson did tonight, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem, because now people are going to jump on this, and they're going to be like, okay, this is why he was the number 2 pick. This is why he was the number 2 overall pick. And then Chicago Bears fans like Big L is going to be saying, we back. He right now, Big L talking about all Bears QBs are bums. But if Trubisky plays anywhere like Watson played, then he's going to be like, we're back, son. We're back, But I want to keep an eye, on this as well, because Mike Glennon is basically auditioning, for the entire year, and you sure don't want. They're saying that Trubisky is not going to start, but I don't believe them. Everyone says that. The Rams talked about Jared Goff not starting, and then he ended up playing, So I don't believe that for a second. When the season is going on and you start losing games or whatever, you're willing to do anything to try and change it around, But QB battles, that's what I'll be looking at in that game, Denver and Chicago, So Big L said, I will never say a bum's name. So he would not reference, I guess, Trubisky and Mike Glennon. But I like Mike Glennon, man. I do. He's not Aaron Rodgers, though, but nobody is. So, but I think with the little time that Mike Glennon had when he was in Tampa, I think he did a decent job, especially when they played Seattle. He kept them in that game. And that's when Seattle was knocking people's heads off, Shouts out to Team Broadcasting, who's in the building as well. Just sending greetings to everyone. So greetings to you, Team Broadcasting. We were just talking about some NFL preseason games to watch. Now, since we're talking about football, we're going to finish this up, and we're going to give my NFC West reviews. and where I see them finishing, this year from the top to the bottom. But before we do that, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come right back and talk about NFC West. Let's go.
All music artists, lend me your ear. Looking for that hot beat to make your next hit? Go to farrelljaromusic.com. Tired of paying for overpriced studio time for mediocre beats? Go to farrelljaromusic.com. farrelljaromusic.com offers industry quality hip-hop, trap, R&B, and pop beats that will take your creativity to the next level. We know it's hard to find dope beats out there, so don't waste any more time searching YouTube for whack beat-selling websites. Go to farrelljaromusic.com today to cop the beat for your next hit. Mixing and mastering services available too. Once again, go to farrelljaromusic.com. That's FARROJARRO music.com for the hottest beats in the game.
This is number one Chief Rocker Jersey Vern on a Recap Monday doing his recap show. We're going to talk about sports, entertainment. We're going to have call interviews, on the spot calls. This is just a show that will bring nothing but passion and joy and understanding to all the listeners on the Two Live Stews radio platform. The number one Chief Rocker Jersey Vern.
This is Key C from the
Kicking It With Key C show.
On the newly rebranded Two Live Stews Radio Network. We will continue to bring you the hottest, most interesting guests and commentary in the areas of social, politics, culture, music, and more. Continue to tune in.
Let's go, give it to you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Vince Wright, the sports governor, and you know me from the Sports Done Right show. But when I'm not doing Sports Done Right, I'm in the executive mansion chilling with the Wait a Minute show. That's right, Jelani, Lopan, indeed. Keep it tuned here, y'all. The Wait a Minute show. My name is Vince Wright, and I approve this message.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and again, you are listening to
It's the Wait a Minute show.
And it is Wednesday night, hump night. Like I said, I'm tucking you in tonight. And those people that you're just listening to, this is the Two Live Stews radio network. So make sure you listen to my other compadres that's on here. You heard Vince Wright. Go on Two Live Stews and you can just see, the Vince Wright show. And you got the Jeff Fox show, you got the Ryan Stewart show, Ben from BS3 Sports, Chief Rocker Jersey Vern, Rudy Reyes is on here as well, and my man Jay Fish, Cooking with the Microwave, and That Ninja, all on the Two Live Stews radio network. So please tune in after you get a chance to listen to this show. Listen to some other shows on the network as well. Very entertaining, and I cannot forget my man Kesey, who has a show tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Kicking It With Kesey show. So shouts out to them. So let's get into this NFC West review. So this is how I do it. I do how everything played and worked out last season, and then I give my picks I give my opinion for where these teams will finish this year. So NFC West is comprised of the San Francisco 49ers, the LA Rams, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Seattle Seahawks. So last year, it basically went like this. 49ers were 2-14. They finished fourth. Rams was 4-12. They finished third. Cards, and you know how I feel about ties, but these two teams, the Cards finished second. They were 7-8-1 tie. The Seahawks as well. They were 10-5-1 tie as well, and they won the division. So obviously they were in the playoffs, but they got that booty spanked by the Atlanta Falcons. But I'm just going to get right to it. So, number 4, now the 49ers finished last year. I think the Rams are going to finish last this year. You got a new coach. You got a new system. You got a quarterback who got some playing time in Jared Goff last year. But, it still will be kind of his halfway rookie season that he's going to be rolling into. So he's going to be learning a new offense. And that's going to take time. That's going to take time. It's not just, I don't think it will be, just something that would just click, for him. And because he's going to have his situation, also wide receiver group. No one seems to really believe in this wide receiver group that they got. They got Cooper Kupp, that's a rookie, Tavon Austin, and a few other guys. I know Kenny Brett left, so he's not on that team. I think Rob Woods came to the Rams as well. So Gurley, what's going to happen with Todd Gurley this year? He had a down year, offensive line struggled. This wide receiver group is more going to be, is he going to be facing, 30 dudes in the box, or they're really going to gear to just slow him down and say, you know what, Jared Goff, you need to beat us. The wide receivers need to, prove themselves, on this team. So I think that's going to take some time. One of the positives, though, that they got is that they got Wade Phillips as their defensive coordinator. Now, the Rams were a really good defense anyway. They finished 9th, so they were top 10, in defense. Offense, they were dead last. So that's why I'm saying, they got nowhere to go but up. But with Wade Phillips there, maybe that defense can keep them in games. They lost Dominic Easley to an injury, but they still got Aaron Donald if he get his money. He ain't in camp right now. But you got a defense that probably can hold you into games. But I just don't think that's a lot to ask for a defense. So I put the defense at a disadvantage, for the most part, on it. So I got them finishing last. So I think they're going to flip-flop with the 49ers. The 49ers will finish 3rd. I think with Kyle Shanahan getting Brian Hoyer, that will be a step up from what they had last year. And the reason I say it's going to be a step up because Brian Hoyer has played with or played for Kyle Shanahan before when they were in Cleveland. And he did pretty well in Cleveland. And Brian Hoyer did pretty decent. He was up and down, but when he had good games, he had them really good, when he was in Houston. So he's a bridge gap quarterback. We already know that. They're going to be looking for another quarterback. So this is a process. They're losing guys. Like I said earlier in the show, they lost Malcolm Smith. So now, but Reuben Foster steps in from Alabama. He looks like he may be the every down linebacker. So maybe they may get, something good out of there. But they have to address this defense, which they did. They had 10 draft picks. 6 of their draft picks were on the defensive side, and it was anchored by Reuben Foster and Solomon Thomas. So you got your linebacker and you got your DN that you're looking to, make an impact. They were 32 in defense and they were 31 in offense. So they weren't getting anything on either side of the ball, for the most part. And it's not just the players. Remember, Chip Kelly was there. And it was, to me, it was a circus, because after I believe Chip Kelly brought baggage with him from Philadelphia, and they were already, here's the other thing, they were already, in trouble from the get-go, because before Chip Kelly was Tomasula, I can't even remember his name, but he was there for a year, after Jim Harbaugh left. So it's like they had no consistency there. And they still don't until now. They are bought in and they are locked in to Kyle Shanahan. So I think with the offense, Carlos Hyde, I think, he will, if he stays healthy, I think Shanahan can make Carlos Hyde a very, very productive running back. They still got to prove stuff, on the wide receiver. They got a lot of stuff to work on, but I just think they got less problem than what the Rams got at this point. And it's not like they're going to be 5 games ahead of